Welcome back to another content review on the channel. I'm Slater, and in today's video, the content finally came. It only took, let me see, 8 hours for the content to come out today on this Thursday. I have no clue what happened. They had server issues in the beginning of the day, EA, so we're assuming that that had something to do with today. I don't know why it took 8 hours to fix everything, but it is what it is. But the content's out. You want to know if it's good or bad value. You want to know if you should do these SBCs. And I'm here to tell you that even if the content came out late today, I got a video for you guys. So let's run into this thing and figure out if this Xavi SBC and the other content is good or bad value for you. So here's Xavi's stats. There's a lot that is good and a lot that isn't good. He's got low pace, he's got low shooting stats, he's got low defending stats, he's got low physical stats, he's got really good passing and really good dribbling stats. And there's also just a better Xavi already out in FIFA. He can only play center mid. He's the outside the foot shot trait. He's 4-star, 3-star. You really, in my opinion, especially for a midfielder, you kind of need 4-star weak foot at this point in the game. High, 5'7". I think the big thing is if you jump over here, he's 135,000 coins live on the market. He's a very, very cheap SB or card type in the game right now. And it's a little bit weird that we're not getting, and I'm going to jump into this a little bit more after we look at the price of SBC. It is weird that we're not getting Trophy Titan Roberto Carlos, that we're not getting Trophy Titan Xavi. Now, Roberto Carlos' main card, I think, is way better than this card. It's at least a little bit more towards the type of the game or the time in the game that we have right now. But nonetheless, it's team of the season. Like, cards are really juiced, or I wish they were juiced even more than they are right now. But why are we getting, like, the lesser versions of icons? Especially when we started out with a Prime Dino and a Foot Birthday Puskas, then a Team of the Year Makalele, and then hit a cliff dive down into a Prime Carlos and a Prime Xavi. Now, I don't mind the Prime Carlos SBC that much, because I do think some people need a left back, but this card doesn't make any sense. It's very cheap. It's a bronze and a silver team, which you should do regardless if you're doing the SBC. Then to get his loan, it's just a silver team with a couple of rares. Then it's an 84 overall team for a mixed player pack back and 85. So, like, I guess if you're a Barca fan and you've been waiting to get Xavi into your club somehow or whatever, maybe this is valuable to you. But it's very cheap. It's very grindable. But the problem is it's just not anything anyone cares about. And I think that's pretty evident from the fact they got an 8% upvote rating and a 92% downvote rating. And I think that's a culmination of things, because typically when SBC is really, really cheap, the community just upvotes it because they just like that it's cheap. This is a very cheap SBC, but I think it's a culmination of, hey, look, dude, you were 8 hours late on content and you showed up with this, right, EA? Like, hey, man, where the hell's the good content? And then also, this card it just shouldn't be this card. It should be his Trophy Titan, who's 4-star with way better skills and way better just everything, attributes in the game. So it's very weird that we got this SBC. I can't imagine many people, if any, are really completing that. That's probably an SBC that you maybe do if you're like, at some point down the road, you rip some crazy pack, like an 83 by 25 or 84 by 25 from like level 30, and you get a bunch of duplicates and you don't have anywhere to put them, and you're just like, well, Xavi's here, I guess. That's the only scenario I could see you being like, I need this card to get done. Besides that, it's just disappointing. I think the whole team this season's been disappointing, and I'd love to go on a rant. I don't know if anyone would watch it, but I'd love to go on a rant. I have a lot of thoughts about team of the season right now, and they don't make any sense to me in terms of EA's motivation, but let me just at least get through the content today, and if I decide to go on a rant here in a minute, then maybe I will. There's a kit. If you want the Prada kits associated with Adidas, go for them. I don't care. I don't review kits. We'll move on from there. Marquee Matchups is here. Now, this is always valuable to do, even though the packs are not what they used to be. Internally, Jumbo Gold Pack, Premium Electrum Pack, Small Prime Gold Player Pack, and a Prime Electrum Pack, which, by the way, used to be, and this used to be a Prime Electrum Pack, used to be the League SBC group, and it was so good, and I freaking loved it. This was a primer, and this was a, what was this? This was a small rare gold player pack? I don't remember. It used to be really good. I miss the old League SBC, is what I'm trying to say. But these are all very worth completing. Juve and Milan players and Borussia Dortmund Mine players and everything else is just League associated. Are very easy to craft. You get a mega pack on the back end. That's all good and dandy. Make sure you do that. What I will say is one other note that I want to pass on to everybody here is that a lot of you are probably, this is my second account, so I'm not really quite near there, but a lot of you are probably approaching, if not already at level 30. Just as a heads up, whenever you redeem this pack is what is like and open it is like what you're gonna get in it. So if you wait for tomorrow and you get like Ligue 1 Tots, like you'll get Ligue 1 Tots in it, right? Like if you open it now, you wouldn't get access to those cards. So just like an idea, especially this one, right? Like I'm assuming that if you open this, if you were already at level 30, if someone maybe already got there already and you had the access to this, like you can't get a Ligue 1 Tots, but you would get it tomorrow. Is my guess. It's my guess. But maybe they'll put out a statement about that. It'd be really cool if someone could pull a League 1 TOTS like right now if they're already at level 30. But just make sure whenever you're opening that or grabbing these choices, maybe you take Rooney, but if you're grabbing these choices, make sure you're cognizant of when you redeem them and what you can get within them based on what's out in the game at that time, right? So if we go back over here to objectives, League 1 swaps TOTS is already out, sorry. It's game mode related, marquee matchups, moment stuff. TOTS swap challenge. I mean, I liked it a lot better when it was the SBC based content. That was way more fun for Prem TOTS. And that wasn't even that great compared to previous years, and then it's gone more downhill. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go on a rant. Here, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just make sure there's something else. There isn't anything else. Okay, here's the problem with the game, right? Really, really quick, and I know you've waited so long to see the content today, so if you want to move on by now, I totally get it. But here's the problem with what happened, right? They started out last year with really good content. I've been doing these videos, and I'm not trying to like promote these videos at all. I'm just showing these to you for context. I've been making these videos. I'm not going to make one now because it doesn't make any sense at this point, but I've been making these what to expect videos. You're going to hear me for a second. The reason why I've been making these is because typically EA do a lot of stuff like pretty cyclically. They're like, okay, we did this last year, we're just gonna do it again. And maybe there's a minor change here and there. But last year, every single team of the season that we had last year had 2 more upgrades associated to it. Every one of them had a player pick associated to it, and every one of them had an additional league-specific upgrade. For example, in La Liga, we had, not only did we have the premium La Liga upgrade, not only did we have an 81 by something, now it's an 81 by 11, it was an 81 by 7, not only did we get La Liga TOTS, we had an 80-plus player pick, some of which for previous ones are like league-specific. We had like a Premier League player pick, we had like a Bundesliga, that type of stuff, right? We also had an 80 La Liga double, and it allowed you to use commons, and it allowed you, more importantly, I think what the biggest thing that everyone's realizing is, like, you were able to get fodder, like 84, 85 fodder, so that every single day when stuff like the 81 by 7 last year or this year, comparatively, the 81 by 11 would roll around, you might be able to actually do it. You might be able to go, hey, I've been grinding, and you'd be on the menus all day, and you'd be interactive with the game. You know, I'm playing pro clubs on a Tuesday and Wednesday during team of the season. My buddy's playing Minecraft. Shout out to Milky Dino. I got Foot One Wing playing Among Us. I've got guys just doing just chatting streams because I don't understand. The only thing I can think of is that EA said, okay, look, we gave them too many options in the previous years to get players. Although they were on our game and they were more proactive, we gave people too many options, right, to get team of the seasons. And I don't think that they care that you're packing team of the seasons. They just want you to do it a different way. And I think the only thing that makes sense to me that I can understand, because I think that a lot of people are not playing the game as much, which is weird because that's a big part of EA's way that they make money. Just by simply being on the game, you're more likely to spend money, you're more likely to be involved. It also is metrics they can pass on to their shareholders, all these different things. The only thing I can think of is that they said, hey, look, you got to come here, right? Because if you're midday, you want to grind FIFA, you love FIFA, it's the only game you play, which I think is a lot of people in the community, and you're midway through the day, you've done your rivals, you've done your qualies, you don't want to play squad battles, you've done your La Liga TOTS Cup, right? Your club is completely rinsed, and maybe you got a chance to do the 81 by 11. If you did, you didn't get a team of the season, and you're kind of sitting there, and you should jump off the game, because you've maxed out everything they've gave you access to. But maybe you sit there, and I'm sure it's happening for a lot of people, and you're like, I want to pack a team of the season. And there's no other really means to do that. Maybe you don't have a bunch of rare golds. Maybe you want to get rare golds, right, to do these. And you're like, well, I don't have rare golds. I don't have coins. But I could very easily load up some FIFA points. Roll over to the promo tab. Crack open this pack. Get 100 rare gold, so I get to do basically 10 additional league upgrades. I get a really good chance at some team of the seasons, and I get to move on from there. And I think that's what's happening, which is a shame. I mean, we're losing, I think, a little bit during what should be one of the best times of the year, the ability to grind the game, right? In terms of me, maybe you guys aren't that way. Like, I love grinding the game. It's my favorite part of the game. I don't need to play, dude. I don't care about playing. I know that sounds crazy for a video game, but like, I'm happy to play my weekend league and that's it, right? Monday through, well, now that we have weekend league on weekdays, which is great, by the way. But like, give me a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of just, I'm in the menus, man. I'm having a good time. We're doing upgrades. We're doing player picks. I'm starting to stream with player picks. We're rolling, everybody sharing playing player picks. Like, there's just a buzz we've lost. And there's another part of the aspect. I'm going to make a video on this too. EA are very calculated, making loans more acceptable in this game, which I'm doing the loanification of FIFA. I have a video outline planned, which you guys will see on the channel relatively soon. You know, EA don't do anything. I know it's like today, it's like, oh, they made a mistake. Like, this company's not like, they're so dumb. They're not. They're really calculated. They might make mistakes sometimes. It's very true, but they're always very minor. You know, relatively, the things that they're doing are very calculated. You know, them giving you really great loans, very calculated, right? Them taking away upgrades, very calculated. I may not understand the calculation every time, but just know that what they're doing, they understand as a way to probably make money and help their game in the long run. And so with that being said, sorry for like the little extra 5 minutes on the back end of this. I don't even know if anybody watched this far. If you did, man, I greatly appreciate it. I'm not going to ask for a like or a sub. You guys have been great on that end, and I really appreciate the support and the content. I think I'm just trying to speak for everybody. You know, I think that, I guess not everybody, because not many people watch these. We're growing, though. We are growing. I guess I'm just trying to speak for you guys. Maybe you don't feel the frustration that I do, but I and my community, we've been talking about it. Like, everyone's like, where is the stuff? And it's crazy because the Prem wasn't that good. I'm going to wrap up here in a second. I apologize. The Prem wasn't that good. It really wasn't. That TOTS Craft to Glory made it way better, but it wasn't even as good as the previous years. And I thought that would be the standard. And every single week, it's started to diminish and diminish. And literally, man, I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe this is possible, really. We are done with La Liga TOTS. And they did a little bit of a switcheroo. So I guess I have to give them some leniency. But Rafinha is the only actual TOTS La Liga player we got as an SBC the entire week. The whole week, man. And what they did was they were like, okay, we're gonna pivot and do icons, right? I guess that was the idea. These are all La Liga based icons in a way, or they had some La Liga affiliation, right? So these are considered the player SBC. So people that are like, hey, we didn't get any. Well, EA technically they feel like they did. They gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 player SBCs, but that's not what people really want. I mean, not that people don't love a Prime Ronaldinho, not that people don't want a Prime Puskas. Those are cool cards. I like that, but it wouldn't hurt for you to go like, hey, you know who else deserved a TOTS? This other player. I don't really know a lot about La Liga. I'd love to throw a name out there, but I'm a Serie A Prem guy. I don't know. There's probably someone. You can tell me in the comments. But we could have used more. And we could have used player picks and upgrades. And it's just a shame. I'm assuming maybe they don't care about TOTS as much as they used to. They kind of want it to not be that hyped of a promo. So that way, maybe the promo they come out with after this is really cool. And it keeps people engaged in the game. And it usurps TOTS and then makes those cards way more valuable. So you want to go involved in these new promos and TOTS is irrelevant to you. I think that's probably what's happening, but only time will tell. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that my the thing that I'm wearing didn't like mess up with the audio, because it's every time it brushes against my body, my arms, it makes that little like whooshy noise. But there's my rant. There's my time. There's hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. I don't know why it took 8 hours to drop this. No one will ever know. With that being said, have a great rest of your day. Live tomorrow with probably around 150 plus packs on the main account for the Ligoon pack and play. And we'll have a full content review tomorrow. We'll review every single, we meaning me, we'll review every single Ligoon player and the entire bit of content that comes out tomorrow. So if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. It's greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you guys again for a video tomorrow. Peace.